So one good thing that's happening is Lithuania, with the rest of Europe, they're trying to implement better sexual consent laws. So you wouldn't need to prove that you fought back in order for it to be considered rape. Because the freeze response exists. And even I've experienced it. Anyone who's ever been honked at while just walking, and not like, a tiny car, I mean a big giant truck. A freeze response is a thing that can happen, and we just need to accept that. Though there are a few issues with still proving if it was rape or not. And I'm very thankful for my fiance who contributed to this discussion a lot. The Me Too movement has shown that believing in victims is important, yet it can and will be abused. This is less so in Lithuania, but it's still visible, that men are afraid to approach women because they might get called out, filmed, etc. And in Lithuania, this doesn't happen often. In America, yes, you can get fired because someone accused you of rape when you simply said hello. And people, usually men, can get framed for rape for financial benefit. Again, in America. But the fear spreads quickly. And then we worry about declining birth rates. Because let me be clear, the people who are afraid to do a tiny thing incorrectly are the people who listen to you, to us, to society. They are not the rapists. They are not. Because rape was illegal a long time ago. And just the fact that you are making, hey, you can't rape, reminding them, it's not going to help too much. Ironically, it helps people a bit more and also harms other people. Including those times when elite football players had sex with who knows what, and they would use a condom and then throw it out at the place where the partner, a woman, could pick up that condom and use the semen inside it to impregnate herself and then file for child support or whatever. It got to a point where the coaches had to tell their players, hey, take it with you. Tie it up, take it with you. Don't leave it in a trash can, take it with you. Just ridiculous what society is coming to. But further on, the current topic is we're trying to make consent more easy to track. Hey, you gave consent, you didn't give consent. So, who would listen to this law? In the short term, only the people who were already listening to it. You might draw a contract saying, hey, I consented to this type of sex and this day. But you also can withdraw consent, which, yes, you can, and it is a good thing that you can. Situations change, feelings change. Some things will happen you're not comfortable with, and you have a right to withdraw consent at any time. So how would you all document that? Because anything short of having 2 body cams during the moment of sex seems to be inefficient. And who would do this? The people who are innocent and the people who are afraid. Because no, if you are the abuser, if you're a rapist, you're not signing such a document. You can manipulate people saying, oh, it's just whatever. It's like it's gonna ruin the whole vibe of sex. It feels like it's transactional, whatever. The people who want to go around the rules will go around the rules. And I'll end this with a story I've heard not more than once. More than once, I'm sorry. More than once. Because I used to be an Erasmus Plus facilitator and just a regular participant. And what happens in Erasmus Plus is oftentimes sex. And there's nothing much wrong with it. Besides for the fact that people usually fall for the most charismatic person. And they're very easily convinced to have sex because, well, they want to have sex. But there was a lack of communication almost every time. Person A has sex with person B, and everything's wonderful. Everyone gave consent, everyone's fine with it. The second person A has sex with person C. Person B gets jealous, they feel betrayed, and nothing stops them from saying, I was raped by person A. And then person A gets kicked out of the project, loses possibly €1,000 due to how travel compensation works. And that was what happened after the Me Too movement. And it's difficult right now. How do you prove that you were sexually assaulted without encroaching on the rights of another person? How do you have proof that you were raped without any cameras, any documents? Documents which may be useless because you can withdraw consent. And how do you prove that you gave consent but also withdrew it? It's very difficult. And the issue is, it is the good people who suffer the most. They are afraid of all this bullshit. And the bad people, they will do what they want to do because they don't have a moral compass. They'll do what they want, they'll find loopholes around it. We've seen that with taxes. We've seen that with taxes time and time again. In conclusion, I think we need something else than rules enforced by the law. Because one day, I might do nothing wrong, but someone would get insulted by the fact that I did or didn't do something, or didn't show them enough affection, and simply because I was a male with a penis, I could rape someone who does or doesn't have a penis. And that is one reason why I never engaged in such activities during Erasmus Plus. Just out of self-preservation. Yes. Yet, all the people around me who were less morally inclined did whatever they wanted, made people cry. I saw the most talented dancer ever. Innocent, beautiful human being, talented, cry manly tears because of how he was fucked over by such a system. That's it, buddies.